and welcome back to another video on my channel. Before we get into today's video, I am going to be giving a little bit of a life update. So if you're not interested in that, I will put a timestamp in the description box below so you can skip it. So I took a little bit of a break from YouTube. I wasn't intending to this time. I was really in the groove of filming and stuff. But unfortunately, my dog passed away. If you guys have been around for a long time, you've probably seen him. He's been in videos. You can hear him in the background of videos. He was 17 years old, but I really was not expecting it, and it kind of took me for a ride. And then just by a fluke, I met a woman at the grocery store actually who was looking to rehome German Shepherd puppies, and so I got a puppy. And I've tried to film a few times since getting the puppy, but let me just tell you, it is so difficult. So the puppy's sitting here. She's asleep right now and I don't want to wake her up because it might get chaotic in here. But closer to the end of the video, maybe I'll be able to show you guys her. But that's just why I've been away, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an excuse for that. But with spooky season approaching, I'm really excited to get back into filming. I love filming around like Halloween, and I love all the Halloween topics. So yeah, with that all being said, let's get right into today's video. Also, I do just want to mention that a lot of you guys have requested that I do a video on that lady on the plane, and I will be doing that in the future, but I really haven't been looking into too many cases as of right now, and I wanted all of the information to come out about that before I covered it, so I will be covering that within the next few weeks. So I thought that for today's video we could talk about a cryptid, because we haven't talked about a cryptid in quite some time on this channel. So today we are going to be talking about the cryptid or creature known as the Igopgo. The Igopgo, also known as the Kemfelt Kelly, the Beaverton Bessie, and the Simcoe Kelly, is a creature or cryptid that is known to live in Lake Simcoe, which is located in Ontario, Canada. The Igopgo got its name from the inspiration of a cryptid that is known to live in British Columbia, Canada, called the Igopgo. Now, I'm not sure if I did a full video on the Igopgo, but I know that we have talked about it on this channel before. So if I did a video on this, I will link it down below, and if I didn't, there will be one coming out based solely on the Igopgo in the future. The name Igopgo also took inspiration from a book series that was a comic book in 1952 called Go Pogo. Igopgo is described as a gray seal-like animal, and people have described it as having a weird head that doesn't really fit the creature's body and slightly resembles that of a dog or a horse. The neck of the creature is described as being like thick and long. The creature is 12 to 17 feet long. It has very like prominent eyes and is said to have tails and fins that resemble that of a fish and a huge gaping mouth. The creature is also said to have this head that doesn't really fit its body and looks more like that of a dog or a horse. The creature is said to live in the lake, but has also been seen quite often sunbathing on the riverside or the lakeside, just chilling out, which is so funny because swimming and tanning are my absolute 100% favorite things to do, so I feel like I could get along with this cryptid. The first sighting of the Igopgo dates all the way back to the 1800s. A man by the name of David Soul and his brother were the first people to have ever spotted the Igopgo. They were down by the shore washing sheep when they saw a creature swimming through the water, and whatever this creature was leaving this long trail through the water, and then after it got out of the water, it left this long, creepy trail through the mud. Another sighting was in 1963 on July 22nd, when Reverend Bill Williams and his family had been out boating on the lake when they described seeing a grayish black charred colored creature swimming in the water. After seeing that creature swimming in the water and the family hearing about rumors and people talking about seeing this creature swimming in the water that is known as the Igopgo, they decided that that was pretty much what they thought they'd seen. They chalked it up to being the same creature, and from then on they shared this as their own Igopgo sighting. And then in August of 1977, a woman saw what she described as a large lump in the water that she decided somehow was an Igopgo. And I don't know why this is so relevant of a sighting, because all she saw was a lump in the water. It could have been a rock. Like, I've been to Lake Simcoe several times. It is full of rocks. that like stick out of the water and look like something else. But this is stated in all of the sites and write-ups of the Igopgo, so I thought I would throw it in there, even though I don't know why this one particularly is thrown in here. In June of 1983, a sonar sounding, which for those of you like myself who may not know what this is like a tool or a machine that is used to see sound. I still don't really get it, but that's what it is used for. On June 13th, 1983, a sonar sounding of an alleged large animal with a long neck was taken by a man named William. But people often dismiss this as it easily could have been a school of fish swimming by that the sonar caught. Again, like the last couple encounters, there's no way of knowing if this was actually an Igopgo. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet or not, but all of these sightings took place in the Lake Simcoe area, so either in Lake Simcoe or the connected lakes. Anyway, so John Kirk, who is actually the president of, I believe, the BCSCO, which is the Canadian Cryptozoology Club, went on a hunt for Igopgo all around Lake Simcoe and Lake Couchiching, which is so funny because I actually grew up on Lake Couchiching. I was there every summer, all summer for my whole childhood up until a couple of years ago, and I still love going up there. So this is very close to home for me. That's actually why I wanted to talk about the Igopgo today. So this was fairly recent, and he went up to Lake Simcoe and Lake Couchiching, and he was looking around for this creature, and while he was there, he found absolutely not a single thing pointing in the direction that the Igopgo lived there or that it ever had. But that wasn't that alarming to him because people really stopped reporting sightings of this creature in the 1970s. And to me, that just doesn't seem that alarming either, because I usually really like to feed into these things, and I can usually see why people would like I don't know, think that, or usually I believe the people's encounters and they're a little bit more detailed, but on this one I don't know. But in 1991, Kirk was shown a video of a creature swimming in Lake Simcoe that he believed to be none other than the Igopgo. Kirk was on a talk show with a man by the name of Dan Hemsworth, and they were talking about cryptids and their personal encounters with them. After doing this talk show, later on in life, Kirk was contacted by Dan, who had received a video that was sent in by a viewer who had a very strange encounter well on Lake Simcoe. In this video, you could see two friends on a speedboat practicing for a boat race that was coming up, and they were just kind of messing around, and one of the friends was filming the other one practicing for the boat race, and they were going super fast and driving around all over the place when all of a sudden the boat broke down and needed to be fixed. All of a sudden, this very large creature comes out of the water, shaking the boat, and the creature is unidentifiable, and it pokes its head out of the water and comes up and then dove back in and swam away, never to be seen again. And people who have seen this video, and the president of the Cryptozoology Club of Canada, believes that this was an Igopgo sighting. Now, it could have very well been, and like I said, I grew up in that area. I'm very familiar with those lakes, and I will say there isn't very many, if any, large animals that live in Lake Simcoe or Lake Couchiching. There just aren't. There's like a little fish, there's snapping turtles, like things like that, but it isn't like the waters are salt water, like it's not, there just isn't very many big animals that live out there, especially because the winters up in that area are extremely cold, so the lakes usually freeze over. So I just don't know what that would be. But that's really all that I have for you guys today on the Igopgo. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this cryptid. I don't know if I'm completely convinced. Maybe there are more detailed sightings of the creature that I just didn't come across, but I just feel like the sightings of this cryptid are too, like, not detailed enough for me to completely believe that that is the sighting that these people had. I fully believe that this creature could very well be out there and that somebody had seen it, but maybe they're just not giving like the best detailed encounter. But this one, I'm not really sure. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Before I go, I did just want to show you guys my puppy. For those of you who might want to see her, she's very cute. Her name's Motley. But guys, that is going to bring us to the end of today's video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below what you'd like to see in my future videos, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll be back with another creepy video in the next couple of weeks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.